My Govan and my friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video I will be talking more about Gollum, and more specifically I'll be talking about some of the questions that I saw in a comment about how it affects different creatures and races. And does Gollum know what is good and evil, or does he just obsess about doing all the time to do anything? For me, I will start with the first few questions, and I'll say that they all kind of have the same answer. To put it simply, I say overall, the corruption of doing varies from being to being. For beings like Gandalf, Galadriel, and Elrond, if they get hold of the ring, they won't become golem-like creatures. They'll just become new Dark Lords or Ladies. Meanwhile, I would say uh, beings like Aragorn and Frodo can become golem-like creatures, but that's kind of part of the second part of the answer, that it depends on how long you use the ring. A, a good example that I saw that compares it is between Gollum and the Nazgul. The Nazgul are what would happen if you constantly use the ring, have it on you 24/7, 365. Eventually, you're going to become a permanent wraith. That is, but in plain and simple, just you become a wraith if you wear the ring all the time. But if you just wear it occasionally, like Gollum, Bilbo, and Frodo, you kind of have a slow change, become more Gollum-like over time. And I do think that it is possible for them to become like the Ringwraiths if given enough millennia to do so. So, in the end of the day, it purely depends on whether or not you're immortal or mortal, or if your race. So, to a certain extent, because the only real exception to the main one is dwarves, but that's because they're on a whole different level. They're just different, slightly different, so to say, from everyone else. Sure, they're mortal, but they're kind of a little different from the rest because they don't really become ring wraiths, but they aren't really unaffected by it either. And the third main thing about it is that obviously it depends on how long you use it. Now, for the second part of it's where it talks about whether or not Gollum knows good from evil, or if he just purely wants to get his ring back no matter the cost. I would say uh, as long as Smeagol is around, yes, he does no good from evil, because Gollum and Smeagol are different personalities, so Smeagol's the more good side and Gollum's the more evil side. And we see that quite clearly because both are in full control at one point. Smeagol is in full control for a while because, he doesn't want Gollum anymore, and you can see that he's just a lot better person because of that. I mean, he's totally willing to help out Frodo and get him fish and stuff like that. But when Gollum is in full control, you can just see pure evil. So I would say yes, Gollum does no good from evil, but it's more based off of which personality wants to do what. So Smeagol likes to do good, and Gollum likes to do evil. So in the end, I would answer the last question. Gollum himself doesn't just wants to get the ring back no matter the cost. But if you include in both personalities of Gollum and Smeagol, then yes, he does no good from evil. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep following for more videos that I will publish.